It was goody YTBC. Was good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world. B Marsh with another boxing video. So it seems like the man Teddy Atlas might be public enemy number one out there in Australia, and for damn sure the man Jeff Horn is not a fan anymore. You know what I mean? He said actually, and I'm paraphrasing, I used to be a fan, but I don't like the way he says I used to be a fan of Teddy Atlas, but I don't like the way Teddy Atlas tried to bring me down when I was at the highest point of my life with the victory. You know what I mean? And that comes from the man Teddy Atlas. After the fight between Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao, the man Teddy Atlas told the man Jeff Horn, "Congratulations," I quote, "Congratulations, but I thought you lost the fight," end quote. You know what I mean? So I guess this guy Jeff Horn is still in his feelings. You know what I mean? He doesn't want this guy Teddy Atlas calling the fight if there so do happens to be a rematch. And the man Jeff Horn should know this is part of the game, man. You know what I'm saying? You won a controversial fight where a lot of people don't think you won the fight. The man Manny Pacquiao outlanded this guy 2-1. You know what I'm saying? The man outlanded him with twice as many punches, Manny Pacquiao. So if that's what the man Teddy Atlas saw, then you need to get out your feelings, man, Jeff Horn. You know what I'm saying? And him requesting that Teddy Atlas not be a commentator. Well, you see, guys like Andre Ward, for example, he didn't cry and bitch when the HBO telecast thought he lost the first fight to Kovalev. He didn't say that they're biased and he's not a fan of Kellerman and Lampley and Letterman and Roy Jones because they thought Kovalev won that first fight. You know what I'm saying? The man Andre Ward didn't say that they don't need to commentate his next fight or he's not a fan of them anymore and they tried to bring him down. No, this is part of the game, Playboy. But boxing is not like a basketball game or a football score where it's definitive. 94-96, Celtic beat the Lakers. A 2-point game. Yeah, it's a close game, but we saw that the Celtics, if that's just an example, they had an extra 2 points, just like in football. And the Patriots versus the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Patriots beat them by 10 points, a field goal and 7 points. That's definitive. There's nothing controversial about that. You know what I'm saying? 7, like if they beat them, 21-10, or 20-10. That's definitive, So boxing is a different score, a different type of sport where these fights are judged on scoring. And, as for Jeff Horn, he thinks those five judges vindicated him to say for sure he won that fight. Well, those 5 judges appointed by the WBO don't mean nothing to anybody who still thinks Manny Pacquiao won the fight. Even if you've watched the fight numerous times, your eyes don't deceive you in your judgment. I mean, the WBO might have an incentive to make a rematch again. You know what I'm saying? So they handpicked the 5 judges. And they watch the fight again. But who are these 5 judges? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Who were the 3 judges on Australia, in Brisbane, Australia that night? There were guys, in my opinion, who didn't make the right decision. You know what I'm saying? And the scorecards were funny. I mean, if it's a close fight, okay. How about a split decision or MD, a majority decision to go either way? But a unanimous decision, that's where, some fans are upset about it, you know what I'm saying? And that 117-111 card is one of the main reasons why fellas like Teddy Atlas blew his lid, you know what I'm saying? He went off, So a guy like Jeff Horn needs to stop being sensitive, okay? It's fucked up that people have sent you, whether it's, abusive stuff on the internet, but these things, they're not cool. These fans have no place in boxing, but it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. Just like you're an athlete who plays basketball, football, or boxing, there's going to be fans who insult you and call you out your name, whether it's on your way to the ring or whether you get the victory. It's just part of the game, man, Cooler heads will prevail, you know what I'm saying? Look at a guy like Floyd Mayweather when he fought guys like Maidana. the first fight. I had Floyd winning that fight 8 rounds to 4. I could see it 7-5 for Floyd. You know what I mean? But some people actually had Maidana winning that fight. Floyd didn't go in a tangent, saying fuck Showtime, and he's not a fan of Al Bernstein and Malignaggi and the commentators and or the judges need to, he didn't go off like that. He just gave the man a rematch, and he handled his business in easier fashion than the first time. And that's what Jeff Horn should do, you know what I mean? I know he has a whole Australia backing him, and maybe he hasn't been in the, no, not maybe, he has never been in this position where he's had a lot of scrutiny, and maybe he doesn't know how to handle it. Almost sort of like what happened with Tim Bradley when he had a lot of fans coming at him for that first fight versus Pacquiao. Maybe he didn't know how to handle it. Not maybe, it's obvious, because you saw the dumb game plan Tim Bradley had when he came in the second fight, swinging uppercuts from his straight from the floor on some Prince Nassim shit. Like, who does Bradley knock out, That was easy pickings, Manny Pacquiao is now a counterpuncher type of boxer, you know what I'm saying? Ever since he got put to sleep by Pacquiao, that's his style. He's not as aggressive as he used to be. And, he's not as careless as he used to be. He's probably vowed to make sure that shit never happens again. So what did he do with Bradley? He just counterpunched and waited for this guy, and waited for Bradley to make numerous mistakes, and he beat the shit out of him, you know what I'm saying? After losing the first 4 rounds, in my opinion, Pacquiao did. Just like this fight with Jeff Horn, I had him losing the first 3 rounds. I had him coming on strong, but I had him losing the championship rounds, And, the man, Jeff Horn, shouldn't feel anywhere to the man, Teddy Atlas. If Teddy Atlas believe you me, is a guy, if he thought that Jeff Horn won the fight clearly and Pacquiao is the one who got a gift decision, believe me, man, this guy will go in on Pacquiao. He's a non-biased type of dude. What kind of incentive does he have to be, championing the man Manny? He has none whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? Ever since I known Teddy Atlas, who's one of my favorite commentators, my top 2 of all time, the guy is non-partial and he's non-biased, you know what I mean? He's not there to be rooting for any guy, but if he sees with his eyes, just like a real boxing fan, most boxing fans who thought that the man Manny Pacquiao, even if it was slightly, did win the fight, I mean, the referee didn't make any kind of adjustments as far as telling, Jeff Horn, you can't be ramming the man Manny Pacquiao with your head. You can't be dropping them elbows, throw them bows on the man's neck and shoulders and putting him in headbutts, you know what I'm saying? If the man actually got a warning, you know what I'm saying, then maybe the fans wouldn't feel that the man Jeff Horn got a gift decision, you know what I mean? So, non-biased judging, and also the referees doing their job, that's what they need to have in the rematch, you know what I mean? And, like I said, a guy being out punched 2-1, being outlanded in total punches, power punches, jabs, and, it just doesn't make sense how the man Jeff Horn won such a wide card, you know what I mean? And the man Jeff Horn is in his feelings, and this is my message to him. He needs to, he needs to grow up and really just accept what the WBO has ruled in your favor with 8 judges, 3 on the night of, and 5 judges who are random hand-picked judges by the WBO. They've ruled in your favor. So be it. Whether Teddy Atlas, you're a fan of him anymore, that's up to you, but it seems like you in your feelings, you know what I mean? You're the world champion, the WBO world champion. You should defend your title like a world champion, you know what I'm saying? And just prove to the world that the first time wasn't a fluke. That's all you can do. That's all Tim Bradley could have done too in his rematch with Pac-Man, You check it, but to go on saying stuff about the man Teddy Atlas, like Teddy Atlas, like I said, he would have called the fight if Jeff Horn won that fight in convincing fashion and Pacquiao got a gift decision. He would have blew his lid off. I can guarantee that, you know what I mean? So let me know in the comment section what y'all think, you know what I'm saying? Jeff Horn doesn't have to, he shouldn't care what the outside world has to say. He has a whole country backing him. Even they fighters like Moondine and the white dude who knocked out Danny Green, who knocked out Roy Jones, they all feel he won the fight. Even Jeff Fennick, the great Jeff Fennick from Australia, three-time champion in three different divisions. He feels that his Australian guy, his Aussie guy, won the fight. So you got your people's backing you. The fight was broadcasted in the United States by an American broadcast. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they're gonna be biased because Pacquiao for damn sure ain't American. None of the judges were Filipino, so there was no there was no bias thing for the man Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? So Jeff Horn, get over it. Just train well and show us that it wasn't a fluke. You know what I'm saying? Be Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. I'm gonna catch you in the next vid. Peace.